It began as a simple dream, one doctor with a passion for helping Oklahomans look and feel their very best. Today, Dr. Victoria Johnson is celebrating 21 years as one of the nation's most experienced laser and cosmetic specialists. Visit laserlightsc.com to learn more.
Welcome to the 2023 FFB Awards highlights. And First Fidelity Bank is on a tear right now. You know, when FFB hits the field, they always play to win.
Thank you to these sponsors for supporting Conversations with Coach. First Fidelity Bank, Laser Lake Skin Clinic, Rose Hill Builders, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, 988, Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. Welcome to a special presentation of Sellout Crowd. Conversations with Coach. I'm Bob Stoops. I'm taking time to talk with my friends and colleagues in the sports world to get caught up and share stories. Today, I'm joined by two of my all-time defensive best ever and two major participants in the Superman play. Down at the Red River Rivalry, we've got Roy Williams, the infamous Superman, and Teddy Lehman, his cohort, the touchdown maker. So welcome, guys. Roy, Teddy. Roy, we're kind of joined by a professional in Teddy right here. We got Teddy Lehman right next to you, who got the headset on, and he does this every day.
Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed. Well, I actually have a headset, but I just didn't use it. I thought Teddy
choosing not to show off.
Yeah, there's no need to. No need. You never show up the host, and he's trying to show you up, Coach. And I don't appreciate that, Teddy. I truly don't.
Possible.
Hey, let me brag on these two a little bit. You talk about two guys now. Roy, 2001 was his last year. Teddy, 2003. Both of these guys just incredible. Both Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Roy in 2001, Teddy in 3. Two-time All Big 12. Roy in 2000, 2001. Teddy, 2002, 2003. Both unanimous All-Americans. Both national champions on our 2000 team. Roy, the Bronco Nagurski Award winner, and Teddy, the Chuck Bednarik Award winner. And then Teddy, a Butkus Award winner, where the best linebacker in America, and Roy Williams, the Thorpe Award winner for the best defensive back in America. So these guys got every award known to man. Also the Jack Tatum Award, Roy. So pretty amazing what you guys accomplished at your time at OU, and both you go on. Roy, the 8th pick in the first round, going to the Cowboys in 2002 draft, and Teddy, you were the 37th overall in 2004, so early second round. But anyway, two of my all-time best ever on defense, and appreciate you guys joining me today.
Sir, Coach.
Let's talk right off the bat. It's OU, Texas. We'll get to Superman here in a little bit, but just talk about your first. Roy, you were here a year ahead of us, coming in '99 before our staff got here. Just talk about your memories of early on the rivalry, and then what we brought, when we showed up in 2000 and had that 5-game winning streak.
When I came to Oklahoma, I never knew anything about the Oklahoma-Texas rivalry because I came from California. I didn't know a lick about the Red River shootout. And so I was fortunate enough that Coach Blake at the time allowed me to come to the game. And literally, I didn't know anything about Texas, keep in mind. But as I walked down that ramp, I don't know what overcame me, but a whole bunch of hatred for some people I never even met in my life. I just did not like Texas at that point. Like it's like a metamorph, and a whole bunch of all the past history and greatest plays just came within me, and I was like, I do not like Texas. And being able to be on that sideline and watching Damon Parker go against Ricky Williams was electric. It was amazing. And then after that game, we got beat. We got stomped, actually. Then here comes then the changes start coming. You know, Coach Blake got fired. You guys come in, and actually in '99, I mean, we shot out on top of them, and then we gave up a lead because we were still immature and not seasoned enough to understand how to hold a lead and how to play as a cohesive unit. And that's one thing I'm so grateful for of you, Coach, is the way your coaching style as well as everybody else's coaching styles. It was everybody had their quirks, right? But it all worked together, and I was so grateful to be a part of such a phenomenal a team with great coaches.
And I remember in '99, we're up 17-0. I'm looking up and down the sideline. It's still the first quarter or early second quarter. And I got a bunch of guys smiling and giggling. I'm like, we got another 2.5 hours out here. What are all the smiles about? And I realized, well, I don't think we had a lead before. so
not while I was there.
we were trying to figure out how to finish it all, right? But yes, Teddy, sir. Your first year is 99 or 2000?
2000.
That's what I thought. 2000. Well, you came in at the right time. Then you didn't lose to these guys. Talk about your experiences.
Yeah, it's crazy because now Roy's got an excuse living in California, not knowing what all the OU Texas thing was really all about before he got here. But I'm from Oklahoma, and the first OU Texas that I ever watched was the '99 game. Mm-hmm. I had committed to come play for you guys that summer, and I just, for whatever reason, my family, we just didn't watch a lot of sports, and I don't know, I don't have much of an excuse really, but the first one I ever saw was '99, and obviously, it was awesome watching that game. But then, whenever I got there as a player, I was so wrapped up in just trying to not screw up on a day-to-day basis that, it's like, okay, it's going to be a big game, but it's just another game. And whenever we pulled onto the grounds down there, I've realized really quickly that this is just not another game. And I think we had to have a police escort with the horses to split the crowd to even get to the locker rooms. And I was like, yeah, I think this is kind of a big deal. So that was my introduction. It was like eye-opening. But, as a freshman, not playing much in that first game in 2000, we go out there, we jump on them right away and end up winning big. And I was like, hey, this thing's kind of a party. This is great. This thing's awesome, And then next year in 2001, it was an absolute dogfight down to the very end. So it just kind of goes to show you never really know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Roy, you were there ahead of us. I used to hear stories that they would let you guys just stay after the game and not come back with the team. Did that happen when you were there?
I honestly don't know because I was a true redshirt. I was a true freshman, okay. So I like Coach. I just did any and everything my coach asked me to do. Get on the bus. I'm on the bus. Like it ain't no.
I remember some of the guys asked me, Coach, are we coming back after the game? I go, hell yeah, we're coming back after. Yeah. We're not going down there to have a party or to join a party afterwards. So
I think Coach Blake allowed some players to stay, especially the players that lived from the Texas area.
Yeah,
I think he let them stay, but I was on the bus.
I always felt we're going down there for one purpose and one purpose only, mm-hmm. and that's play some good football and win. And anyway, so we do in 2000. You guys' memories, Teddy, I'm assuming we got up so much you got in the game. Roy was in the middle of us. I'll just tell you, for me, you're always tight, and then, man, all of a sudden we go up 42-7. It's like early second quarter. And I said to all the coaches on the phones, I said, you know what, guys? We're pretty good. and just you guys' thoughts, Roy and then Teddy, on that game.
My thoughts was actually I'm gonna rewind back to '99. And I actually mentioned this in my book, but after that game in '99, they let Major Applewhite finish the game, and he came back and led the charge and won. When we were going up the tunnel, he was talking so much noise to us, like cussing at us, basically taunting us. And I remember saying internally, telling myself, I will never lose to Texas ever again. And so that's one thing I remembered so much. So coming in 2000, I still had that anger and hatred for what Major Applewhite did to us and embarrassing us coming up the tunnel. And I always held on to that. And I still hold on to it now because it still pisses me off because I just like, we let it slip out of our hands in '99. But so going into that game, I think everybody was so laser sharp focused for that game. I mean, we brought the fight to them. They wanted to have the number one recruiting class. They want to have the top players and all this. We were just some old blue collar workers going out there to go do our business, and we brought it to them. I mean, they had to fight and claw for damn near every yard they got, and they didn't get that many. And that's what I remember the most about that game was that it was one of those enlightening moments that's like when the light went off and everybody understood the assignment of how that season was going to go. And we were just we're such a tight unit. I'm just so grateful to be a part of that because, I mean, people don't understand outside that locker room how close and how tight-knit that group really was and the stuff that we had to endure before even stepping on the football field.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever understand that.
Some of that Smitty work.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. I'm talking about that guy.
Teddy, what you remember from that was you were young, you were a freshman that year.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know, I remember that Texas was really good coming in. They had a really good offensive line. And I remember one of like their main running plays, they were so good and physical up front. It was just lead week. I formation, they run lead week, and they were really good at doubling and sifting up to the Mike backer. So it was like a key focus. You know, I was Torrance's backup. So the key focus all week was, you know, playing that lead week. And I remember, I think it was the first play of the game. It was definitely the first series. They ran lead week and Torrance just obliterates the guard, smashes the fullback, crushes the tailback. It was just like a massive car crash. And I just remember at that point, I was like, we're going to be okay today. We're going to be just fine.
I remember the play, Rocky Calmus and Torrance split the fullback and just both of them destroy the Ricky Williams. They hit him square. But I think I did cheat after that game. I let all of you guys and the coaching staff, I let everybody go run around the fair for a couple hours.
Yes.
And then we were going to meet back up at the bus, and we there wasn't a person late. No one was missing, but Smitty did tip off the tent guy about 100 yards from us, and we sat in back of this tent at a picnic table and did have a couple cold beers. Now, that was 23 years ago. You couldn't do that today. But
no, you couldn't. No. And you know what's cool, though? I'm so grateful that you allowed us to go into the fair and just partake in the fair, because I remember I still have that picture. It's in my office of after that game. You know, we had our little red jumpsuits on. I took a picture on a Bevo, whatever, our Longhorn with the horns down, and I put the score underneath it. It was awesome. I mean, that was a memory I got to forever and capture and have a memory of that moment forever. Yeah.
I wanted you guys to be able to experience the fair with your families a little bit. But all right, here we go, 2001. We got to get to the Superman play. Like Teddy said earlier, we got a knockdown, drag out, 7-3 ball game. Been a defensive struggle all day. And debating whether to kick a field goal to go up 10-3 or to pooch it, punt it down. And Mike and Brent, Mike Stoops and Brent Venables, convinced me, just bop it down there, we'll hold them. They helped us out by diving on the ball at the 2 or 3. Yeah. And then just talk about you guys' recollection of the Superman play. I'll give you I know what the call is, right?
Yep.
Field, slam dogs, cover 3.
Yep.
You two were the slam dogs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You first, Roy.
So before we get to the play, the reason why the play had more, it was more heightened is because earlier in that quarter, we caught a slam dogs, and the way I blitzed, Brett Robin, he cut me and hit me in the groin area, and then I got up and tried to run to get Chris Sims, and then the lineman sideswiped me. I think Chris Sims ran for like 11 yards. He got like to a 3rd and 1, and then we stopped them on the 3rd and 1. Yeah, it was 2nd down, 2nd and 12. He ran the ball for 11 yards. They tried to get 1st down on a run, and we stopped him. Brandon Moore actually stopped him, but they gave him the 1st down. But the coaches were pissed off because I left my feet and let Chris Sims run for 11 yards. So we do the pooch punt, right? Offense does a great job, taking time off the clock. We do a pooch punt. Our teammate, Nathan Vasher, fair catches the ball on the 2-yard line for us. And then it was a TV timeout, and Coach Mike Stoops and Coach BB were like, hey, we're going to call slam dogs. Do not leave your feet, okay? He said this Mike probably said it about 3 times. Coach Venables probably said it about 4. And I was like, yeah, no problem, Coach. I'm not going to leave my feet. Okay, I got you. I understand. But literally, all my film study, which people don't even really understand, and people don't get how much time I spent with Coach Mike before we even practice, in the morning times, all the times I've met with him, and just understanding his mindset. It was like, always make the best play that you can for you within every play with every play that he calls. So in Slam Dogs, I knew going in on that play that Brett Robbins, he's probably about 5'5", 5'6". He's not going to hit me high because I'm just going to run through him. I know the ball's going to come out quick because they know we're coming after them. So I thought the fastest way for me to get there was to leave my feet. So here we go. We're Teddy and I are showing to our right, and I mistimed it, so I backed up a little bit, and I was like, "Here we go! It's about to happen." And so I literally go take off, I leave my feet, and I was like, all I seen was Chris Sims getting ready to throw it, and all I know is I grab him with my left hand, and with my right hand I hit the ball, and next thing you know, I'm just like, okay, I think I got the ball out, and I see the ball fluttering. And then when I hit the ground, I look over my shoulder, and I see Teddy, I don't even think I seen Teddy catch it. All I seen Teddy is put his arm up in the air, and I was like, yes, that's the only thing I remember. And then I think that was Texas's end zone. So I pop up, and all I do is throw the horns down like this game is over, and it's just. And honestly, to this day, it still puzzles me why Mac Brown didn't even let Major Applewhite get any play that game. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I think Applewhite was a far better competitor than Chris Sims. I'm not complaining. I would consider Mac Brown a teammate of ours too, because he didn't make a decision to help their team. But I'm still puzzled by why he didn't do that. But I am very fortunate to have been a part of, me and Teddy have been a part of one of the best plays.
It helped he was left-handed. It put him right where you were coming.
Yeah, it most definitely helped. I'm so fortunate.
Teddy, how about you? Talk about your going into that play.
Well, Roy lays it out really good. I just remember I don't think I even knew that they were doing the pooch field goal kick. I just remember them lining up and just kind of walking out there and seeing that they did it. And I was like, oh, sweet. And it was a TV timeout. So, we all gathered up there and, just the attention to detail, because we knew what we were going to run. We knew what they were going to do, because I remember hey, they're going to check the quick game. They're going to see us in it. It's a fairly obvious blitz. They're going to see us in it. So telling Corey Heineke to go ahead and stand up as a defensive end, get out of your 3-point stance, which, I don't remember him ever really doing other than this moment when he was told, go ahead and stand up, because he's got to get all the way out and help underneath the number one receiver. And, for me, where I'm blitzing, I'm just trying to kind of come across and open that hole up so Roy has that one-on-one. And,
you got
all I'm
blocked
thinking is,
you got blocked by the guard.
Right. And, I'm thinking it's going to be hard for me to get there, but I know the ball's coming out quick, so I could try and get in that throwing lane, on the backside. And, it just all happened so fast. And, I don't even remember, grabbing the ball. It's just it's just all happened so fast. And the funny thing is, I got tackled in the corner, and then you jog back over there, and everyone's slapping your helmet. And, by the time I get to the sideline and sit down, I'm like, whoa, it's like kickoff team. And so we're already trying to get back out there for the kickoff. Not even any time to reflect at all in the moment, which is a good thing. It just all happened. And I never saw Roy. So I didn't know what Roy did until after the game, whenever the highlights were all on. And I was like mind blown how awesome that was. So it was just crazy. It's I don't know, that 5-minute span where the game is in question, you put it on the defense, which is what we always wanted. You have that, we score on defense. Then we go out there, and Roy makes the tackle, then cleans it up with the interception. It's there you go. I mean, dinner's served in about 5 minutes.
So Roy made the tackle on the kickoff and then intercepted the ball when they were trying to throw the seam route down the middle to finish the game. But you guys will love this. I didn't see the play happen. I spent the whole time out coaching up Corey Heineke, our defensive end, to get out under Texas's wide receiver Roy Williams, the great player they had, because I knew that they're going quick game to him. And so I'm looking at Corey. He's getting out under oh, yeah, he's good. And then I hear everyone go crazy. So I didn't see Roy leave his feet. I didn't see you catch it. All I saw was Corey out there where he was supposed to be. Then I was able to finally see it on the Jumbotron. But anyway, good times, that's for sure. So,
but I'll include this because I forgot to mention it. After I made that play, I was so scared to go to the sideline coach. No, I'm dead serious. If they overlap this with the events of all that was happening, you will see me and you're in the picture, you're like this, and I'm literally flashing through the screen because I'm running over the kickoff. Because I was like, I did not want Coach Mike to get me, right? Coach, I promise you, I was so scared. And here we go, do the kickoff, and then, damn it, the very first play, Chris Sims wants to throw me the damn football. So I intercept the football, and I'm like, I said the S word. And I was like, here's Mike. And I was like, damn it. And then Coach Mike grabs him around the neck, and he was like, I told you not to effing jump. And then he pushes me, and I was like, I literally felt like I dodged a bullet. But, he's still, even when he's lifting you up, he's still correcting you at the same time. And that's typical of my coach, Mike, for sure.
I think he forgave you real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the second one of 5 in a row. And Teddy, you were a part of 4 of them. So, Roy, you got it started with those first 2. So wanted to relive that moment for all the fans out there and all our people watching Sellout Crowd. And I appreciate you spending the time with me. I really do. And big Boomer Sooner this weekend, right, fellas?
Most definitely.
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, Boomer.
That wraps up this installment of Conversations with Coach. Follow and subscribe to this channel and visit selloutcrowd.com to find out about upcoming programs.